Today I'm going to show you how to make pumpkin protein pancakes with all this stuff that you see here. You want to start with whatever you use for your food scale, and I just do all of my measurements off of that because I have found it's more accurate than using like tablespoons or quarter cups and that stuff, but whatever is easier for you. So I'm going to mix everything in my magic bullet, so I'm just going to use this to weigh all my stuff out in. So I got my scale zeroed out. I like to start with all the wet ingredients first and then build to the dry. That's what I have found works the best. So we're gonna do the egg whites, and I have my recipe over here into Fat Secret with all my macros. So I'm gonna do first, we're gonna do 46 grams of egg whites, which is basically like one egg. Okay. And then some almond milk. You can use just water, but they taste a little better with the almond milk. So it depends on what kind of fits for you. So I'm gonna do a quarter cup or 60 milliliters of almond milk. Let me switch to milliliters. And then I like to put some caramel syrup in it, and this is calorie free. So I do like about a tablespoon, but I don't measure it. I just kind of pour it in, okay? And then some vanilla, same thing, like teaspoon-ish or so. Just pour a little bit in. And then we're going to move to some pumpkin. I'm trying to add some pumpkin today and see how that turns out. So I'm gonna do 50 grams of pumpkin. So a little goes a long way here. Perfect. All right. And then I'm going to do a few shakes of cinnamon. I really like cinnamon, so I kind of put in a lot. And then if you have some pumpkin pie spice, you can add some of that in as well, but it'll still taste good without it. So a little bit of that. All right. Then the pumpkin or the pancake mix, Kodiak cakes. Again, with this, I have really found that it's better to go off of the grams than to do like a quarter cup or a half cup. So we're gonna do 53 grams here. A couple spoonfuls. Ooh. Okay, so then you're just gonna take everything over to your magic bullet and blend it up. And while you're doing that, or before you even get started, I think it's a good idea to heat up your pan. And I like to put my oven on warm and stick a plate inside so that it stays nice and warm for the pancakes when they're done. Just go right in there. Mix this up. All right, once your batter is all mixed up, you're gonna pour it into your hot pan. I like to use this coconut oil spray for non-stick, but whatever you normally use should work just fine. So just spray a good amount in your pan, and pour some batter in. Coat the bottom of the pan to about the size of pancake you want. And then we have 7 grams of chocolate chips here that we're just going to sprinkle a few into each pancake. And you can do more or less depending on your macros or if you like chocolate. Okay, so you're just gonna let this cook for a couple minutes and then flip it. All right, so then once your pancake's ready to flip, just flip it over, and then another minute or two. Okay, so once you have your pancakes all done, you're going to top them off. So put my plate back on my food scale. I like to use this calorie-free chocolate syrup. These would also be good with like honey and butter, but that's gonna cost you a little more macros. So depending on what you've got, that's what you can do. So a little bit of this, kind of swirled around. Sometimes it looks better than others. Okay, and then some fat-free whipped cream. So that's what I'm gonna use the scale for. So I'm gonna do 20 grams. there you have it. So these work out to be 20 protein, 43 carb, and 5 fat. And you could change this up by adding protein powder if you need more protein, or more chocolate chips, less. You know, you can play around with it to make it kind of fit whatever you have room for. I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, so once your pancake looks like it needs to be flipped, just go ahead and flip it. Oh boy. Yeah, this is gonna
Uptake.